you know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. So let's just say it was. So let's right. So let's just say it was. Yeah. Great. I know that you're the sexist, not me. This was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down a little better. Basically, right. And was that example you gave us? Are you speaking to? Does it work from like, does it still work? Do you feel support you if I go and the same thing? Or does it have to be good again? You know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. So let's just say it was. So let's just say it was. Yeah. Great. I know that you're the sexist, not me. This was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down a little better. Basically, right. And was that example you gave us? Are you speaking to? Does it work from like, does it still work? Do you feel support you if I go and the same thing? Or does it have to be good again? You know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. So let's just say it was. So let's just say it was. Yeah. Great. I know that you're the sexist, not me. This was like, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, right. Because I wanted to put him down a little better. Basically, right. And was that example you gave us? Are you speaking to? Does it work from like, does it still work? Do you feel support you if I go and the same thing? Or does it have to be good again? You know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. So let's just say it was. So let's just say it was. Yeah.
Here yet? Hello. Hello. Damn, it was muted on the headset. Right. Sorry about that. Jesus. Today we're playing the Stanley Parable. All I've heard about this game is that it's deep, I guess. There's about a bajillion endings as well. Oh, that's so sick. It's copying my movements on the monitor. Oh, right. Enough talking, I'll just get into the game now. The end is never the end. Ooh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And
Starting to sound
although
like
others
college.
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Don't look very happy.
And then one
bleak
day,
as hell.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh crap, I'm in. Right. Let's have a look. Any secrets I can get? What's that picture? Is that just a park walkway? That's so boring. Well, I guess it fits everything else. Oh, let's hit a box. Can I interact with anything? Right, I'll go. Ooh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. Alright.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
You better not get on my nerves, narrator. Just gonna fucking, well, do your job, I guess. Narrate. Oh, they got a rotary telephone. Who farted? Damn. Right, where's this meeting room then? In here? Nope. Nope. Everything looks trashed. Well, a few things. Some kind of apocalyptic event. I hate Mondays. Yeah. Mondays suck. It's that same picture again. Get a better look at it this time. That is a painting, alright. Oh. Can I go in here? Nope. What about here? Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Where'd the music go? Where did it go? Stanley. Right, okay. Was it, did you say left? Don't. Please open. Right, okay, I'm trapped in this then. Oh, more paintings. That's a leaf. Mountain. That's kind of nice. The other ones look really bleak. That one's nice too. Right. I'm gonna get easily distracted, I swear. One open door.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo that I'm not gonna get. 8 bird. Why did that change? Don't tell me this is secretly a horror game. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of the slides. Charts of slides. Right. Synergized clove out. What does that say back there? Rate at which chart? Right. I'm getting too easily distracted. I need to just do this. Oh, this one opened.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nah, bro, I'm looking for secrets.
There
Yes,
was
this is
nothing
a...
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
Let me
reason
look.
to still be here.
Let me look.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
You're a prick. Let me do what I want.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That red light down there is really intriguing. Or do I... You know what, no. Narrator's being an idiot to me, so... I'm doing what I want. Anything I can pick up now?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
What?
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Whoa. Whoa.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yeah.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Oh
And
my
while
God.
he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, damn.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Yeah.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt
on.
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Nah,
I
bro,
want
Stanley,
my
what you doing?
apartment and my wife
I
and
got a
my
wife?
job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I am okay. Oh. Oh no.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Oh crap.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Eh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Yeah, sane people definitely say that to themselves.
And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh yeah, just leave the corpse. The end is never the end. Oh! Oh, I'm back at the office. Crap. So I'm not dead then. I hate Mondays. That mug was there before. I'm not gonna have to like start noticing differences, right? Let's hope not.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the chat reactions? Bro, you've not said anything anything like of note apart from like what, Stanley.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? I'm gonna be a contrarian, I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is
Stanley
quite nice.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very. What's this mug say? Number
Yes,
one, Dad.
really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. What does that say? There's definitely writing on that.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Just realised my mic's been in the wrong position.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going then.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Oh, what's in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Jesus. Let me live. Let me make my own decisions, mate. Just want to explore this building. It's massive. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. Are you gonna pay it? Oh, I really want to fall off. That's not good.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who've I forgotten about?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who's this? Who is this
This
her?
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's waiting? Who is waiting? I must know. Oh. Is that not Lee? Oh no. Not getting good vibes from that. Anywhere else I can go? No? Through the ominous door I go. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't like this, but I'll just pick up the phone. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Bread?
All right. Okay, there we go.
I love bread.
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to
What?
commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
What the hell? That's cruel, man. That's... oh.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
The death. Good morning, employee 427.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh,
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic discoveries of new
Sorry for the
lands.
background noise, by the way.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh dear.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Excited? Who is this guy, bro? Who's Stanley?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Great.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an
Oh.
enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down
Whoa.
another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Why is
Down
the
another
yellow
was a
line
game with a
trademarked?
baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
No way. Press triangle to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her. Oh.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
This is depressing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try
Who are
once
you?
more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? The end is never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Jesus
decided to go to the
Christ.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This game's gonna get to me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Only leads terribly if I don't.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Tips
of
for not getting
disbelief,
fired. Talk less.
Stan-
Oh. Hope this boss fellow is a nice guy. Need a break from this dickhead.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Oh my god. Executive bathroom. Oh. Damn, it's nice in here. I thought that was London then. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Extreme bathrooms. This guy loves his money. Wonder if I could steal from him. Nah, I'm... Oh, panda! Business strategy. Oh no, that's a gun! I didn't even see! No! No! Oh my god! Panda! Oh no! Oh my god! Poor panda man. I hope that's just a painting, not like a photograph.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
I bet it was
What he
you.
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Ah. Right.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Whoa,
input the
whoa.
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh my god. Damn. Who is this guy? Where does Stanley work? Pushing buttons and this guy's all the way at the top. This is some supervillain lair or something. There'd be more lights if it wasn't. Oh. Oh no, I'm getting Dead Space vibes now.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now?
Yeah, you Dead
For
Space.
years, it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh my god. Oh no. Better not be any bloody necromorphs around here. What was that saying?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Oh.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, escape. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm going this way. I need to know.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Wait,
horrible
wait,
secret
hang
did
on, this is
place
what the guy
hold?
was talking about a minute
Stanley
ago.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is the thing the guy was talking about that Stanley was imagining? Is this all in my head then? Or all in his head? Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their
Oh
true
my God.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Whoa.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Who's that guy who got fired? Oh, there's multiple. Wow. What is this? Oh, it's a lift.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was
I
this the
bet
only
it's you,
reason
mate.
he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It's...
No.
I bet it's the...
He
Oh,
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I just
he
clipped
truly
through that.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here
Oh.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
This-
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
this game is weird. People were right. Oh my god. I like that noise. Boop. Beep beep. Boop boop. Beep beep. Boop boop. Right, I'll stop. What am I doing? Oh, there's another note. I can't read any of these. Right, time to destroy this machine once and for all. I'm gonna be a proper
And when
superhero,
at
me.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, this is definitely in his head. The machine would not be this easy to just turn off. Oh.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over? Oh.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Oh.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Damn, this is beautiful.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Wow.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Did I get the good ending? Did I win? Beat the game? Oh. Complete the Stanley Parable. Oh, get in. Get your first trophy. Oh, I'm back. Right. What could I do differently?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's definitely...
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, I could jump off the platform, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I just gotta remember how to... It was go to the right door, wasn't it?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I've had my fill.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Right, I'm gonna jump off.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm
Huh.
not. I realize, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I am very powerful. Oh. Wait, hang on, this... Yeah. This looks different.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Whoa, why was it different? No, I'm gonna go through the open door on the left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm a good boy. I'm
And
following
so he
instructions.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, it's always these, like, fork in the road situations, isn't it? I'm taking this. This is sick. Beep beep. The end is never the end.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So
Yep.
now in order to get back, he needed to go,
You don't know.
from here, it's, left.
I don't think you know. The hesitation was telling. Oh. Am I forced to go? Right, alright. Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, don't do this.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh,
Now, let's see.
this guy.
Down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Whatever you say, man. This game's really nice looking. Oh, we're back here then.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. Just get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
I think I must have got...
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Blah blah blah
Stanley
blah blah
decided
blah
to go
blah
to the
blah blah
meeting
blah blah.
room.
Shut up.
Perhaps he had
Shut up.
simply missed a memo.
Shut up! 420. Right. I'm so immature.
When
You-
Stanley...
You
Wait,
can't jump.
What? No,
Hey?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
No.
move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Story?
Right here just a minute
What are
ago.
you doing
I
writing?
know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh. I'm gonna go this way. Do they all lead to the same place? Is this a maze? Oh, crap.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, I don't need to hear your
find it
voice
unlikely
lines
that
again.
We'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, mate.
All
Oh,
of his co-workers
I can
were
crouch.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's no doors.
Okay, that gets worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay then.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What is this bloody story? It better be good.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Getting sick of you voice in my head. The other voices were meaner, but
Now
at least...
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yes!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Get
Oh,
in.
no.
I win.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Oh.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Alright, man. The Stanley Parable Adventure
All
Line.
right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple
Why
is
is the
that?
line trademarked? God damn it. Oh, this is the line that the guy was talking about before as well. Got nowhere else to go, so I might as well follow it.
You see,
Ooh.
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa.
Jesus. Get philosophical
Weird
with it.
back there? Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Oh my god. Da 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 da. This is sick. Proper hyped up now. Da da.
Cut the music.
Oh.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. So it's a fern. It's got leaves. It's in a white part with a red border. Red? I'm colorblind. Black. Or grey or whatever that color is. Charcoal. There's no need to get specific about it. You put the music back on. Oh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
Yeah.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Is this an office? Can I go in it? No? Oh. I'm back at the start. Typing on my keyboard. Jesus. It's feeling like an IKEA in here.
No,
back
again,
here.
Line. How could you have done this to us?
Back in
We
the
trusted
building
you.
again!
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my god. This game's a bloody roller coaster. Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Ba 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 ba
You
ba
know
ba
what,
ba. Oh,
Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Yeah.
intelligent people, right? Why
Yeah.
can't we make up our own story? Something
Yeah.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah. Narrator's speaking my language now. Going on a
Now,
daring
yes,
quest.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want a sci-fi story with
Oh,
aliens.
No, not you again. Stanley.
Why is you
I'd also like to
trademarked
veto the
again?
line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Right, alright. On my awesome adventure. Don't need no line to tell me where I need to go. I'm my own man.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yeah.
How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Right.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
All right.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Let's go. The confusion
What's this?
ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
Oh,
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
yeah.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
Yeah.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
I don't want
be
it to
trapped
restart
like this.
either.
I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How
Yeah.
would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Could go out the door.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if
guess.
we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and
Read the
not the
board.
destination. So I hope that's
Deviate
where we
from
are
maintenance
right
room.
now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
It's now dead
Well,
end.
in the
Find out
meantime,
where-
if you...
Oh. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Jesus. How long have I been streaming for now? An hour. I'll do one more, and then I'll leave this till tomorrow. Cause this is confusing, man. It wasn't this dark before, was it? Hang on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
This
Go
was
this
not
way.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I'm gonna unplug the phone. Tyler said a minute ago I should unplug the phone.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Hey, it's the
I'm not your
line.
enemy, really.
Didn't even realize.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
No, I'll
someone
die
you've
if
been
I jump from down there.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking
Right, I need
for
to...
me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Oh,
To
shut
put
up, mate.
your
You're only trying
work
to deceive
aside,
me.
To let
I miss
her
the
back
cool
into your
narrator.
life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
How do I
reach
unplug the
out
phone?
to her. If you can truly place your faith... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
But that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
'Cause I'm
You
a cool
actually
guy.
chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No,
This guy in his
it's definitely
papers.
here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in.
That's
fade to
not
white,
what
roll
happened last
credits.
time, you fool.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I
What?
not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh, crap. What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh, God.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But
Yeah.
if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Hypothetical real.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend
This
years
is just
of
the
hard
plot
work
of
forgetting how
Cloudy
to
with a
read.
Chance of Meatballs.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
Fish.
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
Keep that
the
in mind
person
for
to
the
finish
future.
their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to have a back
Excellent.
sack and crack.
Making choices on
Oh,
a regular
God.
basis is the best part to a healthy
What?
decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do
8
you make
choices?
more than 8? Less? And finally,
Probably
if you begin
more.
to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At
All
this
right.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh my God,
You
what?
may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry.
What?
Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Bro, the textures are all out of whack. Huh, this room hasn't been unwrapped correctly.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What a shame. Bro, what am I doing now? Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I don't know if you ups or bros with the narrator.
All you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, I like the narrator when he was doing when he was accepting the choices I made, but this guy is very controlling and I'm not getting good vibes from him, so I'm gonna take the door on the right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No. No, bro. You can't make me. I'm staying here. No, I don't think... Oh my god, what? Right, I think I have to go back. Go back in. Oh, does this not trigger anything? Okay. This do? No, I think I have to go left. That's a shame. I have to conform.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Let me do what I want. That's the answer.
I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
I have to. I have to. Shut up, bro. Uh-oh. Whoa.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
I am clever.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see?
Yep.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Nah, I ain't no child.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
...behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Oh.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, I need to just see what's gonna happen. Need to see everything that's gonna happen, because otherwise it'll be boring.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's okay. Time to see Mr. Bossman. That's different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
I am the
Stanley
most
wondered in
expensive
disbelief
boss.
who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Please
And
speak
beyond
into
all
the receiver.
probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained
Still got
never
that
to
panda
speak
picture.
up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark. Bait. Well, I can't remember what it was. Whoops. Uh-oh. I wasn't listening.
Stanley spoke the code.
Oh, Night Shark.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night
I'm
Shark
sorry, is there a
115.
problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, I
Please
said it.
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm doing what you ask. For once, just let... Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't
Trying
want
to
see what I
take
had
it
to show you,
seriously.
then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
What?
he entered the door on his left.
Stanley, don't do it.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Oh.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever
I get
choice
the-
you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Where was this narrator before? He's so nice.
Do something? Anything? This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley.
Okay.
There was...
Okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
I feel bad.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh my god. Okay. That was the Stanley Parable. Or part one. I'm sure there's more stuff I can do. That was weird. That was really weird. Yeah. I'll try and stream tomorrow, but if not, I'll definitely do one at the weekend. I promise. Right. So, there are billions more endings. Oh. I have a feeling this is going to be like a 20-part series like the Dead Space one. Right. So if you want more Stanley Parable and more game streams of the future, can't wait for the broom closet ending. There's a broom closet ending. Right, that'll have to wait for next time. Right. So that was Stanley Parable. If you enjoyed and you'd like more game streams in the future, hit that like button and hit the hit the subscribe button. Oh, I hate doing this YouTuber stuff. Yeah, if you liked it, go like it. If you really liked it, subscribe. See you next time. Goodbye.